My story today is a little bad news coming out of Todd Dinkins' neck of the woods, and seems like we have dirty psychedelics back in the news this morning. Second day in a row. We got a story about the broader case brought by MSG yesterday. It is the same brand, but this one is specifically in just Nevada. All right, so Justine Veresteeg out of Fox 5 News says all the flavors of popular magic mushroom brand Diamond Shrooms is being recalled by the FDA. And in Nevada specifically, it says 39 illnesses have been reported and 23 people have been hospitalized in Vegas. Right, so people who became ill or experienced symptoms of seizures, depression, agitation, abnormal heart rates, hyper or hypotension, nausea, and vomiting, and they still do not know exactly which retailers are selling the brand because it is not really regulated
or legal.
It ain't illegal, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this is getting bad, and it seems like they might have found the epicenter being in Las Vegas, but I don't know. We're gonna be I'm keeping our ears to the street on this story specifically. We talked about this yesterday, Mick. Maybe mushroom should come with COAs. We know that the psychedelics side of the game is a lot more opaque than our side, but I would argue, what is the COA going to do? People fake COAs like already, and I think like in the mushroom, MDMA, like a lot of the psychedelics realm, you have a lot of people that'll be a lot quicker to forge these things than anything else. But that's just my take on it. Make sure you know you're getting your mushrooms from a trusted source. That's all I can say on this one. Rico Lamitte, dopest dad on the street for High 9 News. Todd, you even seen these dirty shrooms? You seen these diamond shrooms out in your neck of the woods?
You know, I haven't personally seen them, but I did. I was talking to somebody yesterday who was in a smoke shop and just picking up some rolling papers and started walking around and was like, wow, what are those? And totally had psychedelic shrooms on the shelf in like a separate like locked sort of counter. And in there was also THCO, Delta 8, all kinds of illegal substances, and just selling it right out in the open in a smoke shop, right? So,
Jason, you remember what MSG said yesterday? He said it was like DMT found in some of these.
Well, it's not DMT. It's like some other compound that's like super similar to DMT. It's like DMA or something like that. I forget what the actual letter was, but it was DM, another letter.
It was DMT.
Well, they're tryptamines, and just because it says DMT, dimethyltryptamine, doesn't mean that it's the same DMT that we all know. The psilocin turns into 4-HO DMT, and that's how your body absorbs it. So,
did you say 4-Hos?
4-HO.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to tell you what you're
look, we do Sesame Street around here, bro. We spell out the words, okay?
Okay.
You say O-V-Ho?
4-HO. So
I am not tripping over hose, okay?
I want to say one thing. I saw the show yesterday. I saw this article. I saw Matthew talking about this. Big shout out, Matthew St. Germain. I love my guy. This is the scary part about the consumer packaged goods industry, is that we're quick to adapt these things to our society, and then we want to sell them because that's how capitalism works. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to these types of substances, it's pretty dangerous. And what we don't want to see, this is where things they bifurcate from our normal path of cannabis, is there's a lot of people that are on actual psychotropic medication that's given to them by a doctor, by a psychologist, by a psychiatrist, however. And then you have these natural alkaloids that play on a lot of the same kind of notes in your brain as a lot of these other psychotropic drugs that are created by pharma. So, there's a danger in mixing these things, I think, and the other danger is just this blasé kind of situation where everyone's like, oh, it's an acid gummy, it's a mushroom gummy. It's you guys, for the first time you're taking a substance, I probably would just take the natural, alkaloid, the mushroom, just like the raw mushroom itself, instead of taking something that's like, probably similar to the compound of interest, but not the actual compound of interest. So just because your brain pathways and metabolically will like trap, like they'll affect the same parts of your brain, and it'll look similar on, like, let's say like a graph, like on a test, that like they hook up electrodes to your brain and they test your brain while you're on these substances, but in no way, shape, or form are they the same. So in everyone's eyes, everyone has their own opinion, but like my opinion, natural is always better. An orange that is grown off of a tree and you pluck that is better than some concentrated orange flavored drink with electrolytes. So in any case, just keep it natural, and that's a safe bet.
Well, shout out
BBL.
Shout out to Mike West in the chat, and he got it right. I do remember this. 4-ACO DMT is what it was.
4-ACO is the synthetic derivative that I was just talking about. That's similar to the natural alkaloid. That's different. But DMT, just the suffix of DMT on one of these molecules doesn't mean it's actually like the DMT that we're all used to. These tryptamines are all in nature, and that's what they're actually testing in the indoles, is the tryptamines.
Interesting.
You got to put in work. You got to lick a toad to get off. Otherwise, you're just shortcutting.
That's what you call her?
You seem like kind of a symptom of the people who gave us shitty carts and failed out of the weed industry, jumping over to try to be the first for this little rush. So I think, this is a testament to greed and people who shouldn't be making things that you put in your body, period, especially if you're trying to use it in a medicinal sense.
So
I'll say that
I find it interesting that the Nevada Cannabis Control Board is putting out this warning and is monitoring all of this stuff. It has nothing to do with them. I find it really strange.
Yeah, they don't even have jurisdiction, right, Todd? They only have jurisdiction inside of. Hold on. They only have jurisdiction inside of cannabis licensed buildings, though. Am I correct on that, Todd?
That is correct.
So they don't even have jurisdiction on this.
So what it is,
right.
is that how it works, and big shout out to my homegirl Julia Bramante at the Colorado State Department of Health and Environment. CDPHE in Colorado has actually taken on the testing and these, I guess the pseudo certification of these products. They are actually taking products that they find in the shelves. They have, whether it's like excise and licensing or code enforcement taking those things, or they have a shopper that's going to buy those things, or people like me are potentially donating those to be tested, and so that they can get like all of the data and the ranges of all these different compounds that are in these products. And that's how it how it's shaping up in Colorado. Other places I don't know, but Colorado, the CDPHE is in charge of kind of regulating all of the labs, right? So in this case, with Nevada per se, is like that's the regulating body. So yes, they don't have necessarily much to do with like just general stuff, but cannabis, alternative medicines, those things being tested, it makes sense that they have some they have a seat at the table. I don't know if authority is the right word to use there, but having them have a part in that conversation is essential, because they have adapted new techniques, new methodologies for testing things that haven't been tested before or haven't been critically tested before.
Or should they start a mushroom board and not lump it into the cannabis board?
Well, hold on.
I'm not even allowed.
Todd,
I'm not even allowed to test other products.
That was going to be my question.
Cannabis hemp and.
That was going to be my question, Todd.
We're not allowed to.
So I couldn't walk in as a concerned citizen and be like, hey, DigiPath, I want you guys to test these mushroom gummies to see if there's any contaminants in there. You guys couldn't do that.
That is correct.
Well, hold on, Todd. Let me ask you a question. So, like, if I have like something's not a drug, right? Just like I wanted to test my water. Could I bring my water to you to have you test my water?
Water and soil is okay.
Okay,
but that's it.
What about food? What about food, Todd?
Can't test food.
What if I didn't like? If I thought
unless it's a gummy or a cannabis drink.
I will personally test your brisket. Okay.
So like if I'm at a high level casino, and I think that I ordered some type of food, and I think that they're trying to serve me something that is not what they serve me, which happens a lot of time with fish dishes. You couldn't test that.
Oh,
Is that with fish sticks?
Oh, I see what you did.
Squares.
Go.
Jason, I'm sure your fish stickies are just right.
And on that fish sticky one,
no, we're not allowed to do that. We're, like I said, it's highly regulated from a cannabis and hemp perspective. I wish we could test for psilocybin. It'd be a whole new revenue stream.
I can't believe they won't let you make money.
Here.
I think that's some craziness, Todd.
They have a big problem with us making money. It is a bad thing.
Todd, they'll just let you open up a new side. You'll have to rent a new side of the space, and then you'll have to
new building, new walls, new power, new everything.
Yeah, Todd, you should just take
licensing,
take over that space next door, and you could do a whole new capital raise and buy a whole bunch of new equipment and all that good stuff.
Excellent idea. I'll just kick out Blackbird.
I mean, why not?
Who lives there now?
Anyways, we're going to roll to a commercial, and we're going to